Just a theme tune. Got a few yawns out of the way while that was playing, so hopefully I won't yawn anymore. Hello, Madam Butterfly. Hello, Heine. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You know what I haven't done for a little while? Make a short cocktail video. Actually, I think I did do one last week, but I realized I'm actually a little bit behind, and I just noticed polls. Well, okay. I'm going to have to play with that, see how that works. Hey, Soph, how are you? You got Charlie locked away somewhere? Right. Bloody blur. And Hannah, gosh, look, everyone rocking in. How are we all doing? I'm going to quickly make this first video that I had the oh man, that's fucking wrong. Okay, now it's updated. Okay, easy peasy recipe. Just gonna go over here. Okay. Who is this over here? The Sherry Presidente. Let's get all this ready. Well, that's 45 mils, isn't it? That's 22.5 mils. What was I thinking? All right. Let's get some stuff ready. First, Le Sherry baby. Und the sweet vermouth. Sweet Irene, Driscoll Queen, and Florida. Okay. This is going to be pretty straightforward. I'll make it first. And then Charlie's playing Minecraft. Nice. Thanks for the update, sir. Hannah being good, taking a break from high fixation. Wow, just to take vitamins. And it is disappointing that chocolate isn't regarded as a vitamin. Although the modern trend of vitamin gummies I find humorous. I'm honestly surprised there aren't vitamin chocolates. Maybe there are, and I just haven't looked hard enough. Okay. Shadow making obnoxious noises out there, as she is wont to do. Ooh. I'll need a light. Put second tripod out of the way over there. Ugh. Hokey dokey, artichokey. There. Okay. We stir the cocktail. What about we chill the glass? Just to be wacky and crazy and pretend we're a professional. That's good. Good dot. Now we're ready. No, I'm not really into vitamin gummies, actually. I'm with you. Yeah, there you go. Laxatives are virtually a chocolate, Anna. I mean, virtually a vitamin. What could possibly go wrong with snacking on laxatives? Yeah. How's this going? That looks good. Okay, let's get this show on the road. So, sherry. Sweet vermouth. And an orange liqueur. And just add a little bit of sweetener. Oh man, I should have taken this out of the fridge, it's so thick. Okay. I think that's more sweetener than I was meant to put in. Okay. Let's stir the thing. There we go. Sure, that ice really wants to escape. And adjust my stir so the ice doesn't get away from me. That's a bit more like it. There we go. Ooh, that's interesting. And we strain this in. Okay, that's done. All right. Now just a quick bit of talking. So we should be done inside of 5 minutes. That on, that on. Moves. Light over here. Okie dokie, artichoke. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Rolling. Just making sure this is on auto. It is. Okay, and doing that. Okay, that's okay. Is that okay? That looks okay. Okay, let's do this. G'day cocktail lovers. This is a Sherry Presidente. It's a riff on a classic rum cocktail, the El Presidente. It pretty much just swaps out the rum for some dry sherry. I thought it sounded interesting as I have a big old bottle of sherry. I need to use it at some point. Let's try another sherry recipe, I thought. But how does it come out? Let me have a taste. So there's a combination of sweet vermouth and sherry in here. So it's got surprise, surprise, a very wine-like characteristic. Radically different from a rum El Presidente. Like side by side, I think if you tasted them, you wouldn't think they were related, even though it's the one ingredient swapped out. They're just very different ingredients. Ingredients be like that, I guess. I've used an Amontillado sherry as recommended, one of the drier sherries. It does make me wonder what a sweet sherry like a Pedro Jimenez would be like in here. Probably too sweet, because this is pretty good, but I will show you how to make it. In a mixing glass, put 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of dry sherry. Then, try from the start. In a mixing glass, put 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of Amontillado sherry. Then 3/4 of an ounce, around 22.5 mils of sweet vermouth. Then 1/2 ounce or 15 mils of an orange liqueur, and then a little, just 1/2 bar spoon, 2.5 mils of a pomegranate or grenadine. Oh, fuck. Eat my fucking ass. Fucking hell, that's so loud. Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna wait a minute. Well, I can do music under the thing to hide that background noise, but I assume it's the opening credits of Babylon 5, so it won't run that long. God, it's so fucking loud. Jesus Christ. There, it's gone. And finally, just around 1/2 bar spoon or 2.5 mils of grenadine. Add ice to the glass, stir that for 20 to 25 seconds to chill and dilute the drink. And I'm straining that into a chilled Nicanora glass. Mine is quite dark because my... Fucking hell, shit. Let's go through that. My version of this cocktail is quite dark because the sweet vermouth I use is a very deep red, and the grenadine is not the sort of luminous red store-bought one. I've actually made it myself with proper pomegranate and sugar, and I recommend you make your own syrups. They're fun and easy and possibly save you money. I'm not completely sure on that, but it's come together really well in this. And also, this is much lighter than an El Presidente made with rum, so slightly less guilty if you knock a few of these back. It's pretty tasty. I do recommend you try a Sherry Presidente. Cheers. Ugh. God damn. Okay. Switching things up. That's the only video I'm going to make tonight. Switch off the bright light because we're a mogwai and we don't like bright lights. Fucking hell, that felt bad. Freaking hell, man. Freaking hell. Okay, sitting down. See what everyone is up to. He's saying what could go wrong with eating laxatives at home? Not too much. Public speaking, a lot. Yes, context is important. Paraphrase Doctor Who's like, is 6 a lot? Depends. Dollars? No. Live badges in your pants? Yes. All right. Pour that into there. Put this over there. And a little bit of orange peel because I feel like it. Oh, God. This orange has been sitting here for days and it's dried out. I think I need to get a fresh one tomorrow. Well, I was going to go to the supermarket tomorrow anyway. Get my baguette for the weekend. A little something for the weekend, sir. I don't know if anyone gets that reference. There used to be a thing. It was an English thing. I don't think it was an Australian thing. But it would be on English shows I saw when I was a kid. Like 60s, 70s, gentleman goes to the barber because there was a time conservative, would get a haircut very often. Not necessarily every week, but certainly every month. And the barber would have condoms, would have a little bowl of condoms and would say, a little something for the weekend, sir. As in, because it was too embarrassing or dodgy to go to a chemist and buy a condom or a packet of condoms. So there were other ways to get them. And one would be your barber offering you a little something for the weekend. Olden times and sexual repression. What fun, eh? I think condoms finally got mainstreamed my youth in the 80s. The AIDS crisis, you couldn't afford, really, to be too cavalier or shy even about using condoms because it became somewhat of a necessity if you're going to be having the casual shenanigans. Not that I condone premarital sex. It's filthy. No one should do it. I've never been married and I've never had sex. So I'm a man of integrity is what I'm saying. More people should follow my example and have kids without ever having sex. I'm not altogether sure how it happened, but you know. The good Lord gave us many mysteries in this world, and it is immoral for us to try and understand how and why things happen. To use evil things like science that is very much against God. So don't try to understand anything. Don't ask questions. Wait, it feels like there's another new feature here. Pop out chat. Open a new one. Okay, I'm really intrigued. I'm looking at look at that. I think that's a new feature. Huh. Ooh, actually, I can see how that could work for me. The chat's gone mysteriously quiet, but that's okay. If I do that... Oh man, that fucking rocks. Sorry, you can't even see what I'm doing, but this is an improvement for me. I have no idea how long this feature has actually existed, because, you know, I don't always pay attention to things that are happening around me. Ooh, I just thought of one other thing, actually. I think I want to have all these things as separate windows. That might be easier for me to manage, actually. Nicki Minaj. Hey, Soph, you're okay. You're still there. Nice to have you with us. All right. So yeah, I'm again. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but from my perspective, it's all sort of newfangled, and I like it. And it is actually making it easier for me to see the chat. So just realized I don't really need myself full screen, but you know what? Again, you can't see that I'm doing it, but that's what I'm doing. Yeah, that's never going to be my favorite cocktail, but it's interesting. And I appreciate interesting. Uh, I made a little non alcoholic concoction this week, and I'm kicking myself that I didn't turn it into a video because, it was an interesting thing to make and it's a good instructional thing. So I've essentially made this really tangy citrus cordial that would be a great cocktail ingredient. I was like, oh, and I went to all the trouble to make this. And it was 2 days from beginning to end of the process. I didn't have to do much apart from wait in terms of actual time invested in making this thing. It's only about half an hour, really. I just had to, because it involved filtering it, I just had to wait more than a day. But I didn't even maximize return on my time invested by making a dang video, and I'm kind of annoyed at myself. Well. You can't have everything. I mean, where would you put it for a start? Damn. What do you say, Tiny Jesus? I really always want the camera to refocus on Tiny Jesus instead of my face. Ooh, it almost happened then. Oh, shit. Tiny Jesus, he jumped. Actually, fuck. Tiny Jesus. It's almost as if I'm the Antichrist. He keeps trying to get away from me. That's terribly judgmental, Tiny Jesus. Come on, focus. Oh, it almost worked then. Yeah. Oh, God, I don't. Freaking autofocus. I mean, I could do it manually. I can't be bothered, but I could. Just trying to make Tiny Jesus the star of the show. Well. I'm just looking at the news. Confused by how quiet everyone's being, but that's okay. Angus Taylor. We can be racist like One Nation. Vote for us. Trump's in Beijing. Coles had a court finding against them for, lying to us about their prices. It's like, oh, really? Oh God, Charlie coming up. And then gonna make a special Sophie account, as you should. Sophie deserves her own account. Oh dear. I tell you what, when I look at new sitcoms, I'm sucker for the ones where they talk about how good a streaming show is. I always want to go like, what do they recommend? You know, I'm always interested. Looking for new things to watch. Damn. God, Eric Clapton's still performing, 81, and was going to do an encore. Someone in the audience threw something at him and hit him. It was a vinyl record. Hit him in the chest. Seriously, who would fucking do that? Throw a vinyl record at a performer? Throw anything at a performer, really. It's a shit move. Tell it like it is, Soph. You're just going with what's on offer. Woman hid with cat as machete bandits hacked into a Doncaster home. Dang. I have to admit, the whole, I mean, any sort of violent assault, violent crime, violent robbery is bad. I don't want to pretend it's not. But media, not just in Australia, media globally plays up crime and crime statistics because it sells things. Hello, Daniel. Well, no more negative gearing for new investment properties, Daniel. No, sorry. Well, if I understood the negative gearing, it's if you buy an existing property as an investment, you don't get negative gearing. But if you build something, you do. So if you use the PCs, everyone loves Butters, but the phone, home for the elderly. Yes, I get it. Well, Charlie's apparently going to fix that for you. Thanks, Celtic. This is a very popular shirt, this one. The cartoon shaker and martini glass. Dan, you got a decent vinyl collection, limited edition rare LPs. Nice. I've actually gone through my vinyl collection on stream in the past. I got 4 milk crates, 3 of albums, and 1 of 12-inch singles. Then I got a little box of 7-inch singles. Everyone loves Butters, testing for moistness. Okay. Hello, Justin, by the way. Okay, chat's less quiet now. I'm less paranoid. And I only just decided what to do for tomorrow night's budget. Just my view of the budget. Well, speaking of moistness, doesn't make me as moist as it made Friendly Geordies. I mean, you know, it's a step in the right direction. I love the conservative media trying to make me think, "Whoa, broken promise. They said they wouldn't do the negative gearing application, but they did." It's, yeah, because they always wanted to, because they should, because it's good policy. And it's still saying everyone loves Butters, at least from where I am. Yeah, it's but yeah, it's like, because the only reason we didn't have a Prime Minister Bill Shorten is because he said he was going to do the right thing with the policy, and the conservative media just turned it into a shit show, and we ended up with Scott fucking Morrison, We're fucking lucky we survived COVID with that piece of shit, honestly. It's one thing with the Tories, when there's a crisis, they're happy to leave the public to die. Like I'm not Kevin Rudd's greatest fan, but Jesus, the government spending he did to keep the economy afloat in the global financial crisis saved us. And the fucking Tories would have not given a shit if half the population was living on the street. They wouldn't have spent government money to help. Trying to change it, everyone loves Sophie. That's a good one. Hello, Abigail. Oh, when you finished a painting, that's always nice. And yes, Justin, the lie was worth lying. But it was just like they said they weren't doing it because it lost them an election previously. And then they just had that historic fucking bollocking of the Liberal Party. And they've just gone, oh, who the fuck is going to stop us? Like we were literally worried about people voting against us. Like, no, this is good policy and no one can stop us. And by the next election, it won't be a big deal. Like, it'll be seen as a good thing. So, yeah, they did it because they could, essentially. And it's the right thing to do. A step in the right direction, anyway. Angus Taylor's bigger response. Oh, what if we fucked over foreigners? Yeah. Great job, Angus. Good work. Fucking dickhead. Just like, oh no, one nation is stealing all our votes. Well, we can be more racist, honestly. Daniel, fine with you. Negative gearing, that privilege where it could affect you. Yeah. Oh yeah, no. Daniel, they made a campaign promise that wasn't true. That's the dictionary definition of a lie. And the reason they went back, the reason they made the campaign promise that they knew was bad policy was because they were paranoid because of how it fucking scuttled Bill Shorten. But, now with their landslide win, they've literally just gone, oh, who's going to stop us? No, Charlie, who I think is Charlie on Everyone Loves Butters, it doesn't stop someone who's already got the policies. It's for purchases from now on, as I understand it. And so, like, if you buy an existing property as an investment, you don't get the ridiculous over-the-top tax breaks. But like I said, I think if you build a new property for investment purposes, you can. So it's friggin' half measure, but they decided, well, let's not retrospectively go after anyone. So and also, Daniel, I am not a fan of Albanese. I think he's been too fucking soft, too spineless. Oh yeah, and yeah, not that that's a defense, Charlie, but you are right. The Libs break promises all the time. Politicians generally do. And yes, if you got ants in your pants over this one, you could argue that it's a particularly cynical about face. For a good reason, as far as I'm concerned. Oh yeah, no, Justin, I completely agree. The Conservatives and their desperation to spin things do look pathetic, and I feel like in the lead up, the next couple of years to the next federal election, they're just going to look more pathetic. So, yeah, it's a wild and crazy thing. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Charlie, they definitely seem to make it more dramatic when it's Labor. God, there used to be some at least middle of the road to slightly progressive media namely the old Fairfax papers, Sydney Morning Herald and the Age. But holy shit, they're as conservative as the Australian was in the 90s. It's like there's no major progressive print media at all in Australia. Like, I'm particularly stunned at how the Age just full on reprints Liberal Party talking points. It's like, oh, okay, that's what we're doing. Okay. Do you think he's spineless? Me. Look, when I say I think Albanese is pretty spineless, I'm saying that from a radical lefty perspective, because I would want much more radical policies, particularly around taxing and industrial relations and whatnot. So the mass media went off and I rang a PM Kashmir to deal with the Greens. Oh, yeah. The Gillard government was so unfairly attacked. And it was made worse by Kevin Rudd being an absolute piece of shit. Justin, I think it was the right thing to do. No two ways about it with Labour. Oh, wait, the UK situation, what do you mean? Do you mean like with Keir Starmer maybe being forced to resign? Speaking of people who suck. No, I didn't go into any newsagents, so I managed to not see the front page of the Telegraph. I imagine it was very sober and restrained and even-handed and thoughtful. That's my feeling on where the. Oh, you meant Reform? Yeah, okay. And of course, you can just imagine One Nation looking at the sudden inroads for Reform. And it's like, hey, look, racist lying fuckwits on the rise. Maybe we can do that too. I think One Nation will fall apart like they always do. Abigail, while everyone was talking about the budget, Labor introduced a new bill, grant more draconian power above the order to. Oh, which one is that? The anti-free speech one? It's incredibly unsettling how global that is, though. Criminalizing protest, criminalizing dissent. There's such an upsurge of it globally. Look, we don't have to wonder would Jesus like Albanese or Hanson more, because Tiny Jesus is here. Tiny Jesus, what do you think? It's like, what do you think about Pauline Hanson's One Nation? Fuck that racist piece of shit. What do you think about Albanese? Nah, looks like maybe some good policies coming, best of a bad bunch. By a long way, though. Not he's not marginally better than the LNP. He's way better. Just expect more from him. How does the Age talk about One Nation laughing out against? Not so much about One Nation, but definitely about the Liberal Party. I didn't see anything pro Hanson. Wait, we're on Discord. Oh, God. Okay, actually, thank you for this, Justin. I am going to show this because I missed it. This was the, as I had hoped, very calm, rational, even-handed budget response from the Daily Telegraph. It's It's completely normal. Lying Jim gouges Aussie with big taxing communist manifesto. That is like, that's self-satire. I've never seen that. We're for Australia. Jeez. Your capital, his gain. Taxes / housing supply. Absolutely fucking not. Oh my God. Okay, so it's superfluous to say it, but it's just factually wrong. It's absolutely factually wrong. And this always does my head in when you get weird fucking talking heads going like, poor landlords are going to pull out of the market. Yes. And then the houses that they were hoarding vaporize and cease to exist. No, those houses go on the market, which makes it that much more likely that people will be able to have their own home. It's so bizarre. Anyway, hello, Kirsty, by the way. Justin, I absolutely agree. And it's also why Trump got his power in the US, because of the complete failure of the major parties. But it's also just incredibly stupid people thinking these right-wing ideologues, con artists, grifters are going to do anything good for them. It's embarrassing how stupid those fucking people are. It's just like, oh, you think these people are going to do something for you? You fucking idiots. So I've had chicken sausage for dinner. I had spaghetti bolognese, done the way Italians do it, microwaved for 7 minutes. You go to Italy, that's all the best restaurants. That's what they do. They'll just have frozen meals that they microwave for you, because that's the best. So I was saying Trump doesn't want to visit Australia. I bet Trump doesn't want to visit Australia because he would have been told, truthfully, you will be mocked and vilified if you go to Australia. You will not enjoy it at all. I have the Trump phone announcement. For anyone who missed that, again, the actual criminal activity of the Trump clan continues. They had this thing where they said, it's a Trump phone, it's gold, and you put down $100 deposit to reserve your Trump phone, which may never get delivered. And apparently they're like 60,000 or 600,000 people did this $100 deposit for something that might never. So that's Trump cronies pocketing $60 million. It's just, they're just such overt criminals. It's really quite bizarre. So if I didn't go out in the city, so I don't know how busy it was. I feel like the trains were slightly less busy than it had been. And yes, no Trump Tower on the. One of the funnier headlines I've seen: developer says no Trump Tower because the brand is toxic in Australia. It's like, really? Is it? Is it? Oh, wow! You caught on to that really well, Justin. I only know the Treasurer Chalmers did his PhD in pork eating because I happened to watch Friendly Geordie's video reacting to the Labor budget, which is, wow, very full-throated, if you get what I'm saying, endorsement of it. It's back to his very deep, passionate love affair with the Labor Party. Charlie saying they made an announcement, the phone's back on. Yeah. Look, and it might be, maybe they'll deliver it. Maybe. But again, just the range of overt, blatant criminal behavior, like with various crypto coins that has just become a money laundering thing to send millions of dollars to Trump. It's wild. Of course it's not going to be American made. They can't fucking make phones in America. No Trump merchandise is American made. Justin, do you think Chalmers will be the next Paul Keating? Well, while Keating economic decisions with Hawke were better than Howard economic decisions, they're still fucking neoliberal, fucking conservative shit. Oh, countries that are allied to the US, yeah. Basically, everything they're saying about it's a lie. So, who to fuck knows? Oh, you know what I'm going to do? What's the date today? The 14th. I'm going to wait till next week to taste a couple of barrel things, because then one of them will be 1 month and one of them will be 2 months. But I was probably going to take my Manhattan style cocktail out of the barrel tomorrow. So I might give it just a taste test. Let's see. Because it's been there nearly 2 weeks. Labels. This is it. The Cure. So the Biggie's been there since March 24th. So yeah, maybe end of next week I'll try both of these. They're both on the 24th. Right. Also, I just had an idea. I might shake this up a bit. Well, we had a bit of angel share happening, I think. But anyway. Ooh. Sorry, the initial taste of this is pretty good. All right, I'll put the bung back in the bung hole. Ooh, this is a very dark cocktail, dark red. Be funny if Democrats ever get power again, if they'll act at all against the blatant criminality of the Trump regime. Are you saying Chalmers says wild stuff in Parliament? I mean, I genuinely think Labor's probably going to have a shit ton of fun on Parliament sitting days, because the Liberal Party is such a joke and Labor has so much ammunition to attack them. It'll be wild. Why are you trying to pick fights, Charlie? That's what I normally do. You're stealing my line. Oh my God, that's really good. Woof. Okay, so that's basically your suggestion, Charlie, that I do a Manhattan-style cocktail in the barrel, and it's really good. Been editing too many of my vids this week, and it's rubbing off. Justin, I did see Timmy Wilson having a bit of a snip. It was just like, I don't know, he's got to be so insecure because he got pasted by the Teals one election, just barely squeaked back in the next election. Because he's a classic Liberal Party to the manor born type, something like, I deserve to have power and prestige just because I'm me. So yeah, not coping very well with not actually having power or influence. But oh God, he's a petulant little bitch too. Just actually abuses people in the electorate who campaign against him. And it's like, you're not meant to do that. Abigail, you have a tradition. Whenever you finish a painting, have a shot of whiskey. Nice. Ooh, nice. Charlie sent you some nice whiskey. How about that? My member. It would be, given how tenuous Wilson's grip is on his seat, it would be very weird to put him into a leadership role. You're saying he did support abolishing negative gearing? I don't pay enough attention to him to know that. So, Kirsty, in case you don't know, the screen name Everyone Loves Butters is actually Charlie, as in Home for the Elderly. Oh, that is really nice. Okay, I'm definitely going to decant that. Oh, that might make a good freezer cocktail because it's got the wine. So maybe you don't want to leave it at room temperature. I'll have to put some thought into that. Oh, goodness gracious me. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Justin just put a link to a story I did see. So a kid for a 10-year-old for a school assignment wrote something to a congresswoman who replied really abusively. The kids were to write a persuasive essay of their choosing. Electric vehicles. He said we should have a $5,000 tax rebate for electric cars. And got a really abusive, like, what politician sends, well, this politician sends an abusive reply to a 10-year-old. It's so friggin' weird. The focus is, I don't know, I think I may have been upsetting the camera tonight, Safa, because I keep trying to get Tiny Jesus in focus. And I have noticed, because it's on autofocus, I have noticed it sort of going in and out. But I think like maybe I upset it. No, it was a letter, Charlie. The kid wrote a letter, and this yeah, pretty sure they did, Safa. They knew he was a 10-year-old. See, I try to get Tiny Jesus in focus, and it's so, I don't know why I want to do it. I mean, maybe if I wasn't there, like if I do this, does that work? No, geez. Ooh. He was in focus for a second there. There he is. That's a really good. There you go. Tiny Jesus loves you all. Sorry, I just had an obsession with doing that. Charlie took a break from editing, changed a couple of things on Plex, just cleaning up. Nice. Oh, by the way, are you happy? Started watching For All Mankind, and we're enjoying it. I think you were saying no one was watching it. It was frustrating you. The ribbon actually says unintelligible. It's supposed to say Jesus heart U. The U is really clear. The heart is really clear. I assume this is 3D printed. The Jesus is kind of blurry. Oh, so you were thinking about rearranging, Charlie. So you merged Strictly Adults, horror, and blaxploitation and B movies into one folder. Okay. B movies, nice. Saf, where to get this? Someone from an eBay sale included it when they sent the thing out. Might have been with the breathalyzer. I'm trying to remember. It was something Charlie got me off eBay, and they put something extra in it. Safa, I watched the first couple of episodes of The Americans, and Mrs. Angry wasn't into it. You might watch it another time. All right, so now A24 and Criterion are Indie and Auteur. Okay. All right, yes, okay. Justin's put the obnoxious letter from the fucking American politician. Again, abusive letter to a 10-year-old. What the fuck? So Charlie, you put all the superhero movies, got rid of animated superhero movies that no one watched. Fair call. With the Marvel, I have zero interest. Some people like them. I don't have any interest in them. Moved Marvel and DC to 2020 new movies and were no movies. Yeah, that makes sense. So if you're up to season 5 of The Americans, like I watched a couple of episodes. As I say, it can be a challenge to get Mrs. Angry interested in watching something. This week, in the last week or so, we watched The Other Bennett Sister on Foxtel. I think Charlie has that on Plex too, but that is someone wrote a novel. It's like a spin-off of Pride and Prejudice about the nerdy sister who's usually played for comic value in adaptations of Pride and Prejudice, and she's the hero of the story. Justin, when you say The Americans based on a wild, based on is doing a lot of heavy lifting. There were definitely sleeper agents in the US, 100%. People who set up whole lives for decades in the US and Europe who were Soviet sleeper agents. That's real. Heine recommending Euphoria. I might get Mrs. Angry to watch Euphoria, actually. OzTube, hello. You like Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. I found that, that was an internet thing first. I found Pride and Prejudice and Zombies entertaining. But Safa's not. Oh, Safa, that's exactly what a Russian sleeper agent would say. Oh, that's you, Fletcher. Okay, sorry. So, okay, Heine's saying the first 2 seasons of Euphoria high school oriented. There's a 3 or 4 year gap between season 2 and 3. Yeah, Justin, that was actually pretty widespread. The sleeper agents setting up lives, having children, and yeah, well, you're my vintage, Fletcher. I remember at school we were all very excited when the news that as Skylab broke up, as it lost orbit, parts of it were going to fall on Australia, and apparently they did over in Western Australia. All right, time for some mineral water. I don't think I've got anything but mineral water. I do have some Coley beer, but I was more likely to use that for a syrup than to drink, because boil it down till it becomes all syrupy and pretty good in cocktails. Safa, did Australia have Soviet sleeper agents? I don't know that it was worth it in Australia. Definitely had Soviet spies. And a comet was visible over your town. Well, I didn't see any stories about it, but there you go. Just one of the kids won a Canadian citizenship. Landmark court case lives there. There you go. Are you saying the Skylab thing, they issued NASA a littering violation and NASA actually paid it 30 years later? Charlie loves koala beer. It's interesting and tasty, actually. I have the big bottle and I have a can. I could drink it, but like I say, I like it as a syrup. Oh yeah, Fletcher, there were definitely Soviet spies, and we definitely have Russian spies now. We definitely have Chinese spies now. Uh, so Fletcher was a film about the spy who founded ASIO. Yeah, well, like the CIA and MI5, ASIO grew out of World War II military intelligence. Ghislaine Maxwell's dad was in the British Secret Service. Justin, there was one revealed recently, passed by using. I mean, there were definitely like countries do that. They fucking spy. They spy on each other. It's just a thing that happens. Oh, nice. I always love film recommendations, Charlie. You watched an incredible film the other day? What did I watch on the weekend? Finally watched Casablanca. Fuck, that's a good film. Like, I watched The Maltese Falcon the week before, and it was good. Oh my god, Casablanca is so much better. I've been trying to watch classics, so I watched One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Casablanca, Maltese Falcon, something else too. Oh well, of course I watched the Ipcress File because that was our movie of the week. So, Charlie, the bone blowing film, is this Altered States you're talking about? Which, as I mentioned when we talked about it, I saw it when it was released and really liked it. Very fucking trippy. Oh, wait, I feel like I watched another fucking noir. Oh, okay. Sorry. As a new movie, Buffet Infinity. Plot told via commercials. Wow, that actually is wild. Yes. Oh, it's so funny because I watched Cuckoo's Nest with Mrs. Angry, who's a real Trekkie. Nurse Ratched, who's the only character that people remember the name of from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. She was a major villain in Star Trek DS9. And Mrs. Angry's watching her in Cuckoo's Nest, and she's going, gosh, it's the same goddamn character. She's just diabolical. Yes, after Mrs. Angry had forgotten Eurovision was on, so I reminded her. So she set all the things to record off SBS. So Charlie, okay, so this new movie's incredible, original, exciting, very trippy. Okay, let me look it up. Let me look it up. I can mark it for the weekend, mayhap. Recovery movies. Is it in recently added? New Mutants, Flash, Shazam. Oh no, they're coming up as new because you move them. Okay. I might watch Widow's Bay in new TV as well. Okay. So what's the movie called? Buffet Infinity? Buffet Infinity. I'll put it on the watch list. Echoing the Canadian comedy classic Second City TV, cross-cutting between original low-budget TV ads to tell the sinister tale. Okay. You've sold me on it. I'm going to watch it. Fletcher, you liked Ratchet because I was thinking of saying to Mrs. Angry we should watch Ratchet, the origin story of Nurse Ratched. But we're into For All Mankind at the moment. There we go. You and Will taking a trip in Minecraft. Watch Everything Everywhere All at Once. Under the Influence. You know where Everything Everywhere All at Once hits different? Kids of Asian parents. Like, because, okay, so my ex, the mother of my wonderful children, was born in the Philippines. And It's young Mr. Angry's favorite movie. Everything Everywhere All at Once is young Mr. Angry's favorite movie. And he said like he's watched it with his friends and they all go like, hey, that was pretty good. Anyone who's got an Asian parent just goes, oh, damn, that was everything, that movie. So, but yes, I can imagine, riding the mycelium network and watching a movie that's fucking trippy when you're sober and straight. Yes, no, I know you were in Minecraft. I understand. I'm hip with what the kids say. I understand what it means when something happens in Minecraft. What you're saying is what I'm saying now is not legally actionable because it was in Minecraft. I'm down with the kids, okay? This is the whole thing, and please know I'm joking because there is nothing as pathetic with some old fuck like me trying to pretend. Oh yeah, I'm hip with the kids. Yeah, I'm a cool dad. I'm a cool. No, no. 6, 7. Am I right, kids? Jesus. Oh my god. Ah. Man, I really like this mineral water. Ooh. I should go and get the cordial I made and splash it in there. Yes, I should. Safa, I know what 6, 7 means. It doesn't mean anything. You're saying it's okay. I feel like you've read something in a tabloid, Safa. I love absurdism, surrealism. I love that like kids' cartoons since the 90s have just been delightfully fucking weird. Because I grew up in the shittest era of animation, the 70s. Animation in the 70s was cheap and shitty and just awful. Fletch, South Park, not the lingo, that's the whole thing. Justin reading budget reply. Oh yeah, no, the libs trying to do One Nation shit. Blah. Abigail, on a completely different topic, nothing to do with that line of conversation. Oh, nice. Because we did get some scientific equipment at some point. Is that does that still work? Yes, Charlie. 70s animation was just lazy. It was very cheap, unimaginative. It was shit. By the 90s, animation got good again, and each sort of generation of kids animation had some really fun, surrealistic, nihilistic, absurdist stuff, which was just beautiful. Fletcher had Flintstones is actually 60s, which is not that big, but it was the Hanna-Barbera stuff from the 70s is terrible. No, Abigail, hit me up if you need some entrepreneurial support for your scientific endeavors, because Lordy knows I'd be bang up for doing science experiments on the street. I haven't done that for ages. Oof. Justin, did I see the results in Wales? Labour lost government first. Yes, I did actually see that. First time since Wales got a devolved parliament 30 years ago that Labour lost power. Oh, Fletcher, HR Puffin stuff, but that wasn't animated. But Sid and Marty Croft, those guys were on the weed and the acid. HR Puffin stuff was great. Oh, yeah. You know me. I'm a Medici, Abigail. When it comes to the mycelial sciences, I'm a fucking Medici. I legit remember um, one of the last, and this was a couple of years ago, and I'm just speaking in code at the moment, so don't worry if you don't know what I'm talking about. Um, uh, lemon teching. I did the lemon tech thing, and oof, I think from memory, I had to end the stream because I just couldn't keep doing it. Like I think this was before I was in here. I think this was when I was still streaming from the kitchen. Um, and there's a whole lemon tech ups it a notch, and it really did. And I couldn't keep doing the stream, and I stopped the stream, and I just put the TV on, and I was only vaguely aware of what was happening on the TV. It was wild. Shieldsy, dude, how are you going? What's happening in your part of the world? What have you been up to? And if anyone wants an explanation of what lemon teching is in Minecraft, I could maybe do that. But I've got my mineral water here, Safra. I'm doing fine. You're in the house now? Oops, what am I doing? Yes, Rays. We said it was lemon party. That's what we were saying. Okay, but speaking of internet shock things like lemon party, those who know blue waffle was one of them. I was at a Costco a few years ago. I haven't had a Costco membership for years. I let it lapse during COVID. Um, they had blue waffles. They literally had frozen waffles that were blue. And I couldn't resist. I was posting pictures of, oh, look at this good product at Costco. If you want to know more about it, just search blue waffle on the internet. Charlie, well, see, Flintstones was 60s, not 70s. But okay, what did you get in the 70s? Really bad Warner Brothers cartoons, like rehashes of Bugs and Daffy and whatever that was shit. What did you get? Like the Wacky Races, Scooby Doo, Saturday morning cartoons that were just fucking terrible. Race, you spent a large part of your teenage years not having your proudest wank. There you go. Yeah, Ray's. Who knows what Charlie's doing? Oh God. Oh wow, Fletcher. I watched Simon Townsend's Wonderworld so much. Yes, that's two more. Charlie, Pink Panther, Roadrunner Show, Looney Tunes Show, the Porky Pig Show. They were just really, really shit rehashes of the classic Warner Brothers cartoons. They were just fucking terrible. Just not funny. Bad animation. Okay, Charlie, you're gonna switch back to Home for the Elderly. Hell of a thing. Absolutely hell of a thing. Shieldsy, you and your dad in the house. Mum passed away before Christmas. Oh God, now your dad's doing midlife crisis stuff. Oh God, keeping it in line, mate. Oh God, actually, that's the other one. Fletcher Spider. There were really shitty Marvel animations. Spider-Man, Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. And there's all of them, Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, they were fucking terrible. And hopefully the oldie's back. See, Ray's Johnny Bravo is, and I never really liked Johnny Bravo, but that was like a 90s one. Popeye dates back to the 1930s, but there was animated Popeye in the 50s and 60s, probably so. But it's like, there was some good kids animation. I think ever since the 90s, there's been good animation. You're just remembering when, Cartoon Network would mash them up a bit, Rays. That is true. What were they like in the 90s? Powerpuff Girls, Samurai Jack. Okay, the ones that were okay, but I didn't get into were like Ed, Ed, and Eddie, and which was just surrealist to the extreme, and Johnny Bravo, which I don't know, I didn't really think was that funny. Raise your no, okay. There was a reboot of Samurai Jack. I'm going to look it up because I'm on the internet. Samurai Jack, American stuff. Gendy Tartakovsky did was real good. When did Samurai Jack run? Oh no, Rays wins. Rays was completely right. It was 2001 to 2004, and they did like a resolution series in 2017 that was actually pretty good. Okay, Rays wins that one. Samurai Jack was early 2000s. I thought it was 90s. I was wrong. Wrong on the internet. Ozzy Buckaroo Banzai. Great movie. Really trippy. She goes, you should have been touring in Dad's motorhome. Trump had to. Oh yeah, no, it'd be too fucking expensive at the moment, wouldn't it? God damn. Yes. Genndy Tartakovsky did a Clone Wars that really short, like 5 minutes. Clone Wars that were better for story, plot, character development than the fucking prequel movies were. Raise, you remember the Happy Meals for Samurai Jack? Fair enough. Is SpongeBob still going? I know it was going up until recently. SpongeBob is a great surrealistic kids show. Just absolutely trippy, that show. And there's just been good stuff for the last couple of decades in kids animation. I love it. I love it when they get weird. It's just got to be a bit weird. You know, Steven Universe. Jetsons. No, Jetsons was 60s. The Jetsons was kind of a spin-off of the Flintstones, like sci-fi instead of cave people. Okay, interestingly, 10 or so years ago, some Flintstones comics came out, and they were trying to like tell Flintstone stories in modern comic style. And I saw some of them, and they were really quite good. They were using the Flintstones characters in a way that kind of was consistent with the TV show, but had a lot more depth. And it was the ones I saw were really interesting. Imagine reading Flintstones thinking it was quality reading. I genuinely liked, like, it was about 10 years ago these ones came out where they tried to do like modern comic versions of The Simpsons, which I thought was really good. Okay, this just I was thinking of the SpongeBob theme. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? It just reminded me of that fucking song. Do what you want because a pirate is free. You are a pirate. What was that fucking show called? It wasn't animated, but it was very weird. And there's a loop. There was a fucking. I think the original one might have been a GIF. I don't know. Like, might have been on Newgrounds, but some people. Someone's got like a 10-hour version of it on YouTube. Just like, yar, fiddly dee, do it, pirate. I've watched that sometimes and watch it for a couple minutes, and I'm going, my brain starts to go, it's changing. This is different. Fucking messes with you. Sorry, what did we miss about Gilligan? Lazy Town. Thank you, Heine. It was Lazy Town. That was the name of the show. Very weird. So, are you saying they're doing a remaster of Assassin's Creed Black Flag? Mrs. Angry likes the Assassin's Creed games. If they made a remaster for PlayStation 4 Black Flag, she'd probably get it. Be a pirate. So if you're saying the Lazy Town guy's 60, so that was the guy, not, I think we're thinking not the bad guy, is the guy with the mustache. Oh, Jesus Christ, people made some fucking twisted memes around Lazy Town, though. It's just like, oh my God. We are all decayed people. Raze, you want a reboot of Family Matters? Some positivity to the world? Ah, look at you being wholesome. Yes, after I thought I heard you meant the good guy. Yeah, not the bad guy who wore the weird plastic prosthetics on his head, which I was a fan of, honestly. Oh, God. I'm just resisting the urge to get that loop. Do what you want because a pirate is free. You are a pirate. Yar har fiddly. Charlie, Black Flag is your favorite Arth Creed? Fair enough. Raze, you like the episode where the girl pew pew the other girl about she was anti pew pew. I'm not even sure what you're saying there. I just remember a thing that was always funny to me is like fanny is such an innocuous word in G-rated American sitcoms because it's like a polite way of saying bum. But in the UK and for older people in Australia, it was vagina. And I watched one, and it was these girls dissing each other about, being skiing last year. And it was like, well, Rebecca, I was skiing, but you spent most of your time on your fanny. And if you're English or Australian, you just go, oh my God. And I said, yes, but with fannies, you have so much more to land on than me. And I was like, what the fuck? What are you people fucking saying? It literally was Ray's Family Matters. It was the character from Die Hard. It was like a G-rated sitcom spin-off of Die Hard. Absolutely surreal. Safa, you're absolutely right. English is weird. It doesn't mean the same everywhere. Slang and vernacular mutates everywhere. And it can get you in trouble. The fact that words mean different things in different parts of the world. Reggie, you thought you were the only one noticing it? Man's moved to Chicago to escape the cast. Yeah, I just thought it was hilarious. Reginald Val Johnson got into the public eye in Die Hard, and I'm trying to imagine the pitch meetings in Hollywood, and it's like Reginald Vell Johnson. People liked him. Uh, why don't we make him a sitcom dad, but he's still a cop, but there won't be any die-hard shenanigans. That's okay. That's the thing we can do. We can do that. That's absolutely a thing we can do. I mean, there should have been a sitcom about John McClane trying to make his marriage work, honestly. Charlie, was he a limo driver for Crocodile Dundee? Oh, yes, the nerd with the catchphrase. And didn't he steal the show? Did I do that? Grace, what was called Jerry Springer? Is that John McClane trying to make his marriage work, appearing on Jerry Springer? Ooh, Safa, Eurovision cocktails. Excellent question. I have to come up with something. I mean, you'd theme it by country, surely. You got to go with the spirit or element that's to do with the country, and because you get specialties from all over Europe. Right, is McLean making his marriage work? Every episode of Jerry Springer, nice. Oh, okay. So that was Reginald Vell Johnson doing the thing with the antenna on the limo as a boomerang. Yeah, okay. Ah. So, I mean, let me look at what country all this stuff comes from. How many times can you resort to alcoholism before the police say you're a risk? I mean, McLean seems like someone who would have been on probation a lot under disciplinary review. Okay, look, I'm going to look at well, of course, I have Australian stuff. Australia's in Eurovision. I don't think any other of my spirits are European, actually. Or fucking Caribbean. Yeah, they're like Australian or American or Caribbean. Oh, I've got Spain. I've got Spanish absinthe. Oh, I've got French. So I could do a French brandy. What's in here? Where's Chinar come from? I've probably got a bunch of stuff that's Italian. I've probably got a bunch of Italian liqueurs. Where's Dolan come from? That sounds French. Yeah, French. So France is represented. Italy is represented. Germany's represented. Spain's represented. What else is in here? In terms of Eurovision, that might be it. So in terms of I've got Israel. Ugh. Israel should be boycotted. I've got the chocolate orange liqueur from Israel. Yeah, shit ton of representatives from Italy. Montenegro is Italian, I think. Yeah, Bologna, Italia. But wait, Maraschino, is Croatia in Eurovision? I've got Croatia represented in here. Where's Finette come from? Italy again. God, Italy's so represented in the liqueurs. So I have a couple of Eurovision people represented. Germany, France, and Italy. Where's Benedictine come from? France again. Wait, where are the Carthusians from? Chartreuse, where does that come from? France again. Jesus Christ. So, Eurovision representatives, I've got France, Italy, Germany, and Croatia. Neil Gibson played himself in Lethal Weapon. Nice. Spain's boycotting, are they? I don't have any alcohol from the Netherlands, though. So for Ubisoft says there's a $500,000 real treasure somewhere in the Caribbean. Oh, well. Spain's boycotting, so we'll respect them. Everyone should be boycotting it, honestly. So, yeah. It's kind of like if I knew some of the songs that were in Eurovision, I could maybe come up with a cocktail based on a song name. Yeah, Australia wins. Oh my God. It's always Australia gets voted down by the Europeans because they don't think Australia should be in it, and they have a case. What's on the Discord? Oh, Eurovision inspired cocktails. Let's see. Oh, good Lord. missioneurovision.co.uk. Okay, I'm going to... Charlie... Oh, what am I doing? Charlie shared these. What's Spain's problem? Israel is their problem, I think, Abigail. Again, Safa, what the fuck does that mean? Do I have fear on? Oh, heater? Are you asking do I have heater? I mean, maybe. Espresso macchiato. I made a really good coffee cocktail, actually. Okay. Eurovision cocktails. Oh, shit. What am I doing? Let's do this. See if any of these sound good. Okay. Raspberry Atari, raspberry liqueur, and that's rather simple. Raspberry liqueur and rum. Okay. Blood and glitter. What the fuck is with the raspberry? Raspberry liqueur, red glitter. Jesus. What the fuck is with raspberries with this website? Raspberries and tequila. Think about gin and elderflower. Coporisano, spiced gin and Aperol. Frisky McCartney, whiskey and ginger wine. Heroes, Frangelico, fudge finger. What the fuck? Okay. Wow, there are a lot of them, apparently. Dead or alive. Vodka and Galliano. Oh, so shit. Sax on the beach. Bourbon and peach schnapps. Mersey Mule, gin and ginger ale. Mojito, no alcohol. No alcohol. Forget no alcohol. Scylla, for Scylla Black. Rum and pineapple. Okay. Who the hell's Hugo? Oh, there's no alcohol. Gin and sparkling grapefruit. Smoking Embers martini. Tea and vodka. Ugh. Stand for Ukraine. So this is very pro-Ukraine website. And fucking... Okay. Thanos. Ugh, cherry vodka and amaretto. Gross. Mother Bucker. Whiskey. Okay, what's actually in that? Whiskey, maple syrup. That's just an old fashioned with maple syrup. So, I mean, I'm on board, honestly. Bit on the side, white rum and apple. Grab at the moment, whiskey and cranberry juice. Good Lord. Frozen arrow, whiskey and berries. God, they're fucking obsessed with berries on this site. What's in this? Bourbon, lime juice, sugar syrup, blackberries, blueberries, crushed ice. So that's a very berry-heavy whiskey sour, basically. Fuego, white rum and fireball. Still in a martini glass, gin. Is it like creamy? What is this? All right, it's fucking seized up on me. Oops. Wait, am I still here? Has my bandwidth died? Am I still here? There we go. One time he went to boss's office. He said loudly, "You're not the boss of me." So he said, "You're fired." Israel drink. I have. It's one of the things Dave Blumenstein brought over, a bottle from the 1970s, chocolate orange liqueur called, is it Samara? It's like in this genie bottle. Sabra. That's what it's called. Sabra. So it's this. Wait a sec. Where am I? It's this. Look, it's a chocolate orange liqueur. Imported from Israel in the 1970s. I would imagine it's kosher, yes. I would be extraordinarily surprised. And so what's it? Sweet violet gin, kirsch, still cloudy lemonade, egg white. Very foamy. Okay. These are not setting me on fire. Slow Sehet's crew, slow gin and vodka. Stiff Richard. For Cliff Richard. Sorry. That's just got me for the name, Stiff Richard. Again, I'm extremely childish. Call your drink a Stiff Richard. I'm going to Plymouth Gin and Sweet Vermouth. How the fuck is that clear if it's sweet vermouth, honestly? So that's just a sweet martini. But I am childish and think the name Stiff Richard is funny. Oranga Boomer Tanga Bang. Vodka and rum. Who the fuck puts vodka and Manhattan whiskey and vermouth? Two and a half measures bourbon, half measure sweet vermouth. Okay, so that's like a perfect Manhattan. That was already a drink. Manhattan. Manhattan. That's questionable at best. Oh, damn. Manhattan. Yes, that's all the Kenny Everett jokes about Cliff Richard appeal to me, certainly. Charlie, I agree with you They'd be fun things to knock together at a party, and they are pretty easy to make. Oh, sorry, that's just saying the Mother Bucker was based on an Israel entry. Okay, I actually missed that. Oh god, that's old school Fletcher. The rumor about Don Lane and coffee tables, glass top coffee tables. For anyone who doesn't know, famous TV personality in Australia in the 70s. And there was a rumor that he would pay young ladies to squat over a glass top coffee table that he was lying under and then take a dump. So it kind of looked they were crapping on him, but it didn't actually hit him because it hit the glass top coffee table. Yeah, Fletcher, I just told everyone. It's like no secrets here. Okay. I'm half cut. You know what? I think it's breathalyzer time. Because I was thinking of making myself another drink before bedtime. Counting down, counting down, counting down. Doris Stokes did it. She was the clairvoyant, wasn't she? 0.06. Just over the legal limit. There you go. I mean, I'll go to bed in 20 minutes, Safa. Kind of feel like mixing myself a drink, but what will I mix? What indeed? I don't have any more pre-mixed cocktails. What will we do now? What are we going to do? Is there something? I'm thinking actually because this 4th of July is, of course, the 250th anniversary. Sort of patriotic Americans going to be all up it, and maybe they're going to take the piss. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm not allowed to drive. Oh god, ABBA drinks. What are ABBA drinks? Let's have a look. Okay, let's look at the ABBA themed drinks. Oh, what are we doing? Let's do this. The Dancing Queen Daiquiri, strawberries, white rum, strawberry syrup, sugar syrup, and lime juice. I assume that's a blender daiquiri. Voulez-vous, vodka, well, I already hate it. Man After Midnight, Disaronno, raspberry rum, lime juice, cranberry juice. Super Trooper, blue curacao, vodka triple sec. Gimme, grenadine, tequila, orange juice. Gin, it takes it all. Gin. That's just, gin sour with black currant syrup. Okay. Again, names are great. I give them points for the names. Not so much for the recipes, but I do like the names. Yes, that's well. Sweet drinks are crowd pleasers, basically. I mean, I do tend to sweeten drinks. I mean, apart from a martini, I haven't made a sort of killer martini for a while. Maybe tomorrow night, get serious, make a strong martini. Also, I do notice Archie Rose's Bone Dry just won, for Australia's best premium gin, and it is very good. Made for chicks who want cocktails while they're watching ABBA tribute. Yeah, or what were those movies called? Mamma Mia. Those are cocktails to make while you're watching Mamma Mia. we're going to make a rum old fashioned with my grenadine. What is this going small? It's an interesting flavor. Okay. Split of rum, I think. Well, you know what? I need some of my coconut. I'm going to see through coconut rum and pineapple rum, I think. Coconut rum and pineapple rum. Couple flavored rums. And which bitters will we do? Lime bitters, I think. All right. All right. Let's fucking go. A Brisbane-based ABBA cover band called Gabba. A Flintstones-themed ABBA cover band, Abba Dabba Doo. Safa, there's no way Starmer survives as UK PM. He's got to be gone sometime soon. All right. Little bit of rum before bedtime. Oh, fuck yeah. That's really good. Yum. So I'll be surprised if Starmer lasts till the end of next week. I'll be blown away if he lasts through June. Musk is in China, closer to Musk than ever. Go there. An ABBA-themed magic act called Abracadabra. That's actually really interesting. There's a real sort of lingering taste in my mouth from that one. For a couple of sweet rums and my Lily Pilly sugar syrup. Harvested from the local trees. A little bit of indigenous fruit. Obsessively make a syrup out of anything. Kebaba. There should absolutely be an ABBA-themed kebab shop. Kebaba. Oh, you know what I didn't do? A preview of the book video. I mean, it'll be live tomorrow. I normally would have done it on Tuesday, but I ended up not streaming on Tuesday. Romania hasn't won winter gold medals. Okay. Another thing. Yeah, Celtic was here a bit earlier, Safa. He probably had one of his early starts, so he didn't stay. But yes, I do have the new book video all ready to roll. And no, I didn't watch the budget. I'm not that much of a tragic. So if everyone likes this shirt. Got commented on work meetings today. The cartoon shaker and martini glass. A Muslim ABBA tribute band called Hijabba. An ABBA porno called The Day Before You Came. Okay, that's an obscure one, Charlie. Looks like you're enjoying Hijabba, though. Oh, dear. Yes, I already have my supermarket trip planned tomorrow, Safa. Well, I've got actually, because it's cheap at the moment. I do actually have a big bottle of the Mandalorian Galactic Lemonade. God, I never stop laughing at how stupid the names are. Coles they're all naughty, Safa. Coles, yeah, had the finding against them today. Oh, well, in shock news that no one saw coming, Coles have actually been lying to customers. Oh dear, nobody except everyone knew they were doing that. But it was pretty significant for an actual court to say, oh yeah, no, they've been lying. They've been deceiving customers. Fletcher, Harris Farm sounds vaguely familiar. What is Harris Farm? I cannot quite place it. Prices are down. Oh my God, that fucking hack, Curtis, what's his name, doing Feed a Family for $10. And he'd fucking tell you, oh, you get a couple of these things from Coles for $10, but also we're just assuming you have the other half of the ingredients in your pantry. And I was like, fuck off. That was so insulting. So Fletcher, Harris Farm is a posh supermarket. Okay, I am quite sure we don't have that. I've certainly never seen it. And yeah, maybe it was my brain playing tricks on me. I thought it was vaguely familiar. So it's posh, but they've had food infringements. Oh dear. That's not good. All right, I'm going to put a little bit of this liqueur in the glass. Flavor the orange peel for Mrs. Angry. Is this still doing glug glug? No, I've just poured enough out that it doesn't glug glug anymore. This really long neck keeps the glug up for a while. Okay, we've got another Charlie. Another biker gang. Beyond to be wild. Oh dear. So pleasure to buy. Yes, I actually do remember you used to be able to get groceries in Maya in Melbourne. It was pretty wild. Madam Butterfly getting ready for work, a bit tired. Yeah, you're going to see us for party night? We'll see what happens on party night then. Party night, anything could happen on party night. Damn, that liqueur is good. All right, I'm going to... Oh, wait, fucking cherry fell off my skewer. Going to eat the cherries before I go to bed. Sorry, Fletcher, how is Pillion and ABBA biking? Maybe I'm missing something. The movie Pillion? No, I haven't watched it. You watch 10 times more movies than me, Charlie. Safa, I occasionally remember bits and pieces of my dreams. What's really funny to me is when I wake up and my first thought is, oh my God, that was a fucking wild dream. And then I just go, and I don't remember any of it. I tend to remember the vibe. Oh, sorry, Fletcher, we were saying Skarsgård. Which are the Skarsgårds? Stellan, the dad? Bill? So many Skarsgårds in Hollywood at the moment. Safi, yeah, OzTube is Fletcher has more often joined the Facebook, but yes, he's in Sydney. Oh, Alexander Skarsgård. Yeah, it's almost like it was all Alexander Skarsgård for a while. And then Bill started being in a few things. And of course, Dad, Stellan. God, he's been in so many good things. Like I was watching the primary scenes of Hunt for Red October, the climactic scene, the Russian sub commander chasing Red October. It's like, oh my God, Stellan Skarsgård, he looks so fucking young. Okay, so we're saying, okay, that was your tie-in, Fletcher, because Alexander Skarsgård's played a Viking, so the ABBA thing. Okay. So I have not been in Dubbo for decades. I have no fucking idea what's in Dubbo. I don't know. Dubbo has a very big shopping population. Shopping population for Dubbo is probably at least 100,000 people. Maybe could support something like Harris Farm. I don't know. Actually, I don't. Excellent question, Safa. I don't know if Fletcher, have you ever been to Dubbo? Right, Dubbo's the maker of the world. God, dude, I don't know if you missed it, but in a previous stream we were exploring, someone has built a 20-story apartment complex in Dubbo, and the penthouse apartments that are like 3-4 bedrooms go for $1.8 million. And all I can say, if you are spending $1.8 million to live in Dubbo, woof, motherfucker, you need to reassess your life choices, honestly. So, Fletcher, you have visited Dubbo. You did a term in Tamworth. Okay, fair enough. Raise, you want to buy a house in Dubbo? Paint it rainbow. You're not going to live in there. You're just going to maintain the rainbow paint job. Nice. Yeah, no, Fletcher, this is recent in the last year. Someone's built this. It's fucking wild. Luxury apartments, 20 floors. God knows how many fucking 100 apartments are in there. But yeah, the penthouse is 1.8 million. It's fucking wild. Yeah, Fletcher, Orange used to be more expensive than Dubbo. But yeah, no, Dubbo's like a fucking mecca of the inland New South Wales now. I don't know. Honeydew, the mega rich build up huge portfolio of houses, rent them, are those? Yes, I think is the answer, Honey. So you think the luxury apartments in Dubbo should be soundproof? Yeah. Awesome. Right, has anyone seen price of a house in Ballarat? Oh, God, yes. Ballarat and Bendigo are both really expensive because Melbourne people are fleeing to... Because Ballarat and Bendigo are decent-sized towns and it's not that far to Melbourne. So a bunch of Melbourne people fled to Ballarat and Bendigo, which fucking drove the prices up. So is that what we're calling it, Charlie? The multi-story Dubbo apartment complex is the Dubbo Decker building. Anyway, you know what? It's bedtime. I am going to go to bed. I appreciate y'all, and I thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Who knows what'll happen for party night, yeah? So what's that, Raise? Bendigo, you can see Ballarat was just where dogs and junkies went. Okay, to be fair, I haven't been to Ballarat in fucking yonks. I've been to Bendigo much more recently, like last year. But yeah, who the fuck knows? So we'll go 90 nights. See you fine folk if you're up for party night tomorrow night. Angry Bunchen, who knows what'll happen? It's Friday. Anything or nothing could happen. We just don't know. But I will say bye for now. You are totally fucked!